Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Twitch live stream. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. If you're normally here at Twitch on a normal basis, on a weekly basis, you notice now that this is a little bit different setup. Notice that there is no green screen behind me. It's just a white wall. So this is going to be a very exciting session. We got a nice panel of distinguished guests, as I'd like to call them, instructors from the VectorVest educational department. And you know, I did a quick addition of the years. You got 66 years worth of educational experience from the VectorVest software here. So as I mentioned, this is going to be a very exciting day in Twitch for our live stream. And it's going to be all about picking hot stocks. And what is a hot stock? Well, a hot stock is a stock that's not cold. How about that? But on the other hand, a hot stock is a stock that's moving, a good momentum play, and a good opportunity for you to catch them as they're running and have an opportunity to make money. And if you're watching our daily color guard report on a nightly basis, that's where you're going to get those stocks. It's only there that you're going to get it. So if you're not a subscriber, this may be some incentive for you to at least take a trial for 30 days and get access to these hot stock picks. We recently did a special presentation on them, and in 1 month's worth of time, the net gain from all of the picks that we've done is up 33% in 1 month. So if you don't think that's hot, you need to check your temperature, make sure you're breathing, and all that kind of stuff, because I don't know what else is hot if that ain't hot. All right, so it is a special feature that we put into the daily color guard report on a nightly basis. You need to take care of it and take advantage of it. Not take care of it, take advantage of it, and that's what we're going to do. So that's what a hot stock is all about, and we're going to use and build on our knowledge of how to utilize the VectorVest software to get you acclimated on some hot stocks that you can take advantage of right now. Now, there's going to be some things that we're going to talk about in regards to the right time to take advantage of it, but we're going to concentrate today on what they are and how we came up with finding those stocks. We're going to look at the stocks that we've picked. We're going to talk about why we picked the stocks, and then each one of us is going to chime in on the stocks that we've sold. It's going to be a real good panel. We're going to start looking at the homepage. Can they see the homepage, Joey? I don't know what they can see. So they can see the homepage. We can see that we have a mixed market today. But coming from this homepage, and this is for the benefit of the new people who are not subscribers, this is what the VectorVest software looks like when you first open it up. It's got a plethora of information right here on that homepage. But I'm going to go straight into the graphs, and I'm going to start looking at some of the stocks that we picked, starting with my own. Why? Because I want to get mine out of the way, let them get bombarded by the panel if it happens to go that way, and we're going to keep moving on. So, one of the hot stocks that I picked was PVG. Well, needless to say, we all know that gold is rocking and rolling, right? Well, I stayed right with that momentum, picking a gold stock. I'm looking at a graph over the last 3 months. I have set up on my graph a couple of different things. I'm looking at moving averages, an exponential moving average of 3 and 8 on my graph. I think it does a great job, whether you're a short-term trader or even a swing trader, to identify a good uptrending stock and get in on the 3-8 crossover, get out on the 3-8 cross, get back in. But just over the last 3 months, the stock has just been moving from the bottom left to the top right, which is the epitome of an upward moving stock. Stock hitting higher highs, higher lows, and even with today's activity, hitting a new high. I'm also looking at earnings per share. For those of you who are new, our earnings per share are forecasted. So rising earnings over the last 3 months to go along with a rising stock. And I'm also looking at volume, because why? Volume is conviction. As I look at the stock is moving up, above average volume as the stock's price is moving up, I think it sets up really nicely for a hot stock. The 3 and the 8 just crossed recently to get you back in on 8/1 of 2019. Was that a good opportunity to get into the stock? I would argue and say that yes, it was. And even on a good day or a stock when it pulled back, that's a closed candle. The stock's price started at the top of the candle and came down. So, it was higher than the previous day's close, but it did give back some on the day of 8.5. But even with the pullback, the 3 and the 8 remained intact, keeping you in the stock. Good earnings per share, good volume. We still have more trading day left in the day, but relatively keeping up with the previous 5 candles over the last 5 days. That is my first pick. Does anybody have anything that they want to say about it? And if, watch your tongue, because I am the host.
Nice pick, Glenn. I think that's genius.
There you go. Good way to start that off, Todd. Way to start that off.
I want to be supportive.
Anybody else?
So, Glenn, I have a question.
Sure.
Now, when you're trading gold stocks, I'm going to guess that on our Monday night daily color guard report, when you watch our information on the gold bugs index, that helps you to decide whether or not gold overall is in an uptrend.
And that is a great statement, a great question in regards to that daily color guard report that I talked about in order to get these hot stocks. That's an added bonus. Every Monday we do something called to making sure the Midas touch on the gold stocks to make sure that you guys know when it's a good time and a bad time to be in gold. And we pretty much nailed a good entry point on gold to get us in on those Monday presentations. And man, has it panned out. Gold's been rocking, and we got you in. And again, for the benefit of the people who are not subscribers, that's an added incentive to want to at least take the trial for 30 days and get that kind of information. Nobody out there gives you this kind of information, detailed information, to prepare you for the next trading day and actually break down what happened on that current trading day. So that's a great, and you know something, the people that you're looking at in this room are the same people that, 1, do the special presentations for you, and 2, do the daily color guard report on a nightly basis. We're only missing one person, actually 2. We're missing Jerry, and then we're also missing Kathy as well. So there's 5 of us, but 7 of us will do those presentations for you. So you're looking at the crux of the people who are here to educate you. Thus, we are the education department. Woo-hoo! Yeah.
Also, just to add to it, June 20th was the date that we got that official gold signal.
And thank you for verifying that. It was June 20th, as Patrick explained, that we said it was okay to be in gold. And right now, that's a month and a half's worth of time. Was that a great opportunity to take advantage of the gold? Who else did that for you? I don't know who else did that for you. I know we did. That's all that matters. And we got the footprint in the sand. You can go back to the daily color guard report on that date to verify what Patrick just said. So we do have a footprint in the sand. It's not anything that we say willy-nilly. And again, for the benefit of the people who are not subscribers, everything we say is backed up within the software. So there you go. Anybody else have anything else to say about this outstanding stock?
I'm going to say it's not necessarily the best time to get into it right now.
Well, then you can just, I'm going to mute you. How about that? I'm going to mute you live.
Well, I'm going to play the contrarian on this one.
Go ahead.
You sense a little weakness on the current?
Well, yeah, it's been in a nice, great uptrend, but it hasn't pulled back at all over the last 3 months. We look at what the market's doing today. It opened up a lot lower. It's been coming back. I mean, I think if the market starts heading higher, gold and silver may take some sort of pullback. Not saying long term, but at least for the temporary, a mild pullback could be in the near future.
I'm going to address that. So now let's say that you're in this stock and the market does pull back. What do we do? I'm looking at the 3 and the 8 setup, the 3 and the 8 exponential moving average setup. What would be a good time for me to get out?
3 crossing below the 8.
Ta-da! And what would that do for me? Lock in some profits, would it not?
If you're getting in today, maybe not.
Well, if I'm already in it, and you're right, this is a hot stock. If I'm not in it already, at least I now have the means to know when to get out. I have a plan.
Exactly.
Right? And so I'm with you, and that's all right. Go ahead, Jim.
So, and this will relate to a lot of the stocks we look at today. So, what would be your entry point here if you weren't in it today? What would be a way to not get into that pullback?
All right, so there you go. And Steve said you're preaching to the choir because he said amen. I like that, Steve. You said amen. Anyway, so what would I do to get into this hot stock at the right time? Make sure I'm buying a little higher than the high. Make sure that the stock's price is moving higher. If it doesn't, and the market does start to pull back, guess what? I won't get filled on an order. But any hot stock that you look at, out of all of the people that are here, all of the hot stocks that you look at, you need to keep in mind that you want to buy higher, make sure you're buying into the market's price moving up. The giveaway? We're doing a giveaway?
Yeah.
We got the contest. We got the chat contest.
Yes.
All right, so we have a giveaway today. If you just chat, you're part of the giveaway. Is that it? Okay, there you go. Straight to the point. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm straight to the point.
Before you move on from PVG, for me, I assume that right after I buy it, the thing's going to tank, right? For me, the key to success in the long haul is the setup, right? Where's my exit point? How much risk am I taking on? What's my reward, right? Make sure I have that relationship set up. And if it tanks, okay, it tanks. I recognize it tanked. I'm going to keep the loss under control, stop out of it, and go find another one.
Yeah, you can allocate accordingly.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
So if I want to play that pivot, or if I want to play the 8 on my entry, right? Whichever, if I want to choose one of those 2 exit points, okay, fine. Set up the trade appropriately, and then.
So I took off the 3, and then I can use the 8 in and of itself by itself.
Yeah.
You could.
Nothing wrong with that. And you thought that 2 minutes was a long time, didn't you, Todd?
It is a long.
Okay, it's not as long as you think,
Especially
buddy.
when you're talking.
All right, I'm gonna go look at my next stock. I'm gonna look at my next stock, which is HMY, still maintaining the gold and silver. Same kind of scenario. The earnings for a certain amount of time here actually went flat, but they didn't fall. They remained constant, but then started to stair step in a nice big jump up here. Same kind of scenario, and I agree with what Patrick said. A little weakness could be showing up in the stock. Dojis on both of those stocks. On today's candle, which shows indecision for the day, but still, if you put in a buy stop limit order a little higher than the high, make sure that the stock's price is moving up before you buy it. If it doesn't hit that buy stop limit order, you won't get filled, just in case you're buying into weakness. Anybody have anything they want to say about this stock?
Want to take a bet on whether or not the stock opens higher or lower tomorrow?
No, I'm not betting that. That's not me. You know that's not me. I let the market come to me. I let the stock come to me, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, Patrick's a little bit more aggressive, and he's more in tune with that. I'm not. And that's the beautiful thing about this panel as well. You've got 5 different personalities in this room in regards to how we all go about picking hot stocks. But, no matter how you roll the dice, I hate that. No matter how you look at it, they are altogether hot stocks in our own methodology. So there we go. Yes, Daniel.
Lower RV of 0.87.
Say lower RV of 0.87. Okay? You're telling me that because the stock's long-term upside potential? Or have a reason why you're telling me that?
This is Kirby. I just wanted to ask.
All right, so the lower RV of 0.87. So what does that mean, Kirby? In essence, that just means that the stock's long-term upside potential is not there. So what are we playing in this case? We're playing the hotnosity of the golden.
Here comes the blended.
The gold and silver. That's right. I said hotnosity. We're playing the hotnosity of an industry. But you were going to say something.
Or it's
Patrick.
aptitude.
Oh, the what?
It's aptitude.
I don't like that. It only sounds good when it comes from me.
out of
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the actual word momentum, but
But momentum. But what we're playing
hot
is
nasty or hot
we're
nasty
playing
or
a
whatever
hot-
it is.
We're playing a hot stock. We're playing the hotnosity of the stock.
Every
And
time
you
it
know
says
something? When you look at the other indicators that VectorVest has to offer, that does tell me long term that stock may not have the potential to outperform a AAA corporate bond. So I understand that. But what is this all about? The hot stocks, and this is why I chose it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.